He seems to have lived many lives over the years. He's met some of the world's most famous people.
He is, and for 4 of those years, Barry ZeVan, the weatherman, he spent them right here at KSTP.
Yeah.
At the time, the station enjoyed the highest ratings in the nation.
Wow.
Certainly, he had a lot to do with that, and Rusty's here. Now, he's always fun to catch up with. And
he is.
Yeah.
And it is
guy.
amazing when you throw out a name or an event, he has a connection to it somehow.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
No matter who it is. Yeah, he was here only from 1970 to 74, but this month, Barry celebrates 70 years in broadcasting. And I got a chance to catch up with the busy world traveler who is far from retired.
Barry ZeVan, the weatherman, is alive and well. Well, let's just say he's alive and leave it at that.
Starlets on parade, we're here to do our part, marching unafraid, right into your heart.
Barry ZeVan's career began 70 years ago as a child singer on the radio.
Well, it went by so fast, those 70 years.
He took to the stage as a child actor, hoping for Hollywood stardom.
The things with which I was subsequently identified and in which I participated as an actor and as a singer, etc., they were all part of history. And when you're doing something, you don't really know that.
Art Linkletter, we're very pleased and proud to have you on Telescope today.
He landed a role on early television alongside Wally Cox and Tony Randall on the show Mr. Peepers. His friends were Sal Mineo, his neighbor Christopher Walken. But after a stint in the Navy and training in weather forecasting, his TV career began.
All cardio, the Sonny, forgive me, that's Sonny, the looking with the hi Bob.
Aren't you,
Jack Jones, yes.
That's what I thought.
Wasn't long before Barry landed in Las Vegas, baby, and the stars lined up for Barry in a promising career.
Ladies and gentlemen, having traveled around the world many times, I can say this honestly. I like Barry ZeVan, the weatherman, because
And how you connect, you kind of try to forget what giants these people are. And because if you started to think about it, you'd get very nervous. I would anyway.
I like Barry ZeVan, the weatherman, because he's a real meathead-ologist.
Jimmy, that's meteorologist.
That's what I said.
Soon Barry met and became friends with many of the biggest stars and politicians.
Can you tell me which way Juliet Prowse went? That way.
In 1970, Barry ZeVan, the weatherman, came to Minnesota and was a big hit.
We had the highest ratings in the United States, actually, for a weather segment, 51% share of the audience in July of 1974. So, which I guess is pretty unheard of today.
His career took him to Washington and Detroit before realizing he missed Minnesota.
My tenure at KSTP, I would consider one of the major highlights of my career.
How can you remember all those numbers and you can't remember which finish line to go through?
Thank you.
Barry is still busy, still in broadcasting on the internet and making documentaries.
I can't thank them enough, because if they didn't like what I did, I wouldn't have been able to continue to do it. So thank you is very inadequate. We're presenting songs of joy from each little girl and boy. We're starlets on parade.
So he's right now in the middle of making a documentary for the Kids Against Hunger, a charity program, a nonprofit, and he's heading to the Philippines in April to shoot more of that documentary. So
You were in his basement. I've spent some time there.
Yeah.
It's like a museum. The photos that he had of presidents and,
well, I
and the
said,
stars.
Barry, let's play a game. John Wayne. Oh, yes, I remember going over. I said, Johnny Carson. Oh, yeah, my
can
cousin
name
and I.
anybody,
Yeah, I'm like,
Yes,
whatever.
story.
You can't stop him.
How about that?
Oh, he's so full of life, too.
And if you
that
ever
guy.
walk around with him, whether it's the state fair or just anywhere, people still remember. Hey,
And he's a nice guy, and I know he's watching. Nice story. Yeah, good to see him.
Yeah, good to see him, and good morning, Barry. All right, take a look outside.